Oh, I'm sorry, Miko. How's that? How are we now? Can you hear me now? I told a whole story about the dog, and that I'll have to tell again. Miko says, hello, Super Antonio and Sadie. Hello, mods. Howdy, folks. And Christian says, hello, Antonio. I have made it, my friend. Hopefully, the audio has cleared up. Miko says, sometimes restarting the stream helps. And there we go. No, you know what helps, Miko? Turning on the mic. I usually do a mic test before the stream, but I was very flustered. We were hanging out in Donner Falls doing nature photography and completely forgot that we were doing a stream tonight. Christian says, now we can hear you, friend. Christian, now I can hear you, friend. Okay, so I got to tell this story all over again. 9 viewers in the chat. Welcome, friends. Happy Sunday. I'm glad you can hear me. So, I didn't exactly meet someone this morning, but I saw someone that I liked that turned my head. That was you know, and we see people every day, of course, and we meet people every day, but not really people that I'm that I'm attracted to. And I don't know if I have high standards or if I'm picky or I'm just not interested in getting hurt. So I just cancel everyone out before I even, you know, say hello. But anyway, so this girl was walking towards us, and she's looking at us, and you know, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. It was on our morning walk, and I assumed she was going to work because she wasn't wearing workout clothes. And so I say to Sadie, oh, she's cute, and she had like this 70s rock star shag going on with like fringe or bangs, and she looked like a young Pat Benatar, if you know who she is, and just very rock and roll, you know, just the kind of girl that I'm attracted to, and really she looked like almost every girlfriend I've ever had. So, and she, as she walks by us, she gives us a little half smile. And so I said, good morning. And then in like a very shy, very, almost a whisper, she said good morning back and smiled. And I thought that was cute. So we walked by and I was happy. And I did the turnaround to see, you know, to check her out from behind. And she did the turnaround too. So we smiled some more. And she got embarrassed and flustered and ran away. And I kind of laughed, and I told Sadie that I still got it. Dad still got it. And Sadie was embarrassed because her dad was flirting. But it was fun. It was cute. It was a cute moment. Cute little moment like that. And probably never see her again. But if we do, I might try to initiate a conversation. Maybe. I don't know. She could turn out to be a horrible person, but that's just me being negative and not wanting to get hurt again. Callum is here. Callum says, yo, what's happening? Broke my knuckle today. It's quite far back in my hand. Hopefully sorted in 3 to 6 weeks. I'm sorry to hear that, Callum. I hope you weren't fighting. Saturday night's all right for fighting, but not Sunday night. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Eat a lot of protein. Take it easy on that hand. Wrap it up. You'll be fine. Have a miracle tonic. And Miko, speaking of the mic issue, says, aha, it's just one of those things, as Bill says. Yeah, it was. But that was funny this morning. Or it was amusing. Kristen says, whoa, Super Antonio, flirting with somebody, get the camera, a moment in history. Yeah, I'm friendly. I'm not really flirty. I don't really do it, Christian. I'm not interested in meeting the future ex Mrs. Super Antonio. Callum says, can't play the PlayStation much. I have a bandage on my second finger. Don't know why it's called a boxer fracture. Because you hit somebody, Callum. I don't think you did, but yeah, that's why it's called it. Miko says, perhaps. Good for you, superantonio. I mean, who knows? Sometimes we're done, but then we meet a precious nymph of the prairies, as Micah says. Yeah, I mean, I thought, it's been a long time since anyone's turned my eye. I mean, in real life. So it's just nice to know that part of my brain or my heart is still alive and still active. Callum says, are you able to search up if you can take the bandage off your fingers when you have a hand fracture for me? Thanks. No, you can't. I have fractured every finger in my hands and most of my toes. Just keep it wrapped and try not to use it. From martial arts and sparring. Callum says, cuz I'd love to have my fingers free right now. No. Miko says, hey, Christian, get well soon, Callum. Yeah. No, that's one of the reasons why I quit. There's, too many injuries. Hey, Miko, how are you? Christian asks. And Callum says, cheers, Miko. Appreciate all of you hanging out when we had technical issues, and I was literally talking to the dog. And letting me know so we could fix them. It's very busy today, just filming shorts. Kristen says, also, Super Antonio, this stream feels very quiet. Not many people are chatting besides me and Miko and Callum. You are the big three, Christian. Callum says, just been taking it off for a few seconds, like every 15 to 30 minutes, just to stretch him out. No, just keep him wrapped at least 24 hours. And then tomorrow you can start, playing with him. But for now, just, you can just risk injuring yourself even further. Just keep it stable and try not to think about it. Callum says, been watching some of the WrestleMania matches. They're really good. And Callum says, main event is on right now, I think, but not bothered watching it. Are there any, I'm sure there are, wrestling video games? I'm sure WWE has to have a video game. Callum says, yeah, I'll do that. Thanks, Super Antonio. There's not much I know about, but I do know about tiny fractures in fingers and toes. Because there was a time when I went through life when at least 2 of my fingers were wrapped up at any given moment. Put a short on tonight. It's called Arthur and the Black Arabian versus One Wolf Pack. And you'll see it on one of the Free Roam Fridays. It's Free Roam Fridays footage. Callum says, I always forget my knuckles broke when I'm opening doors. That's when I noticed that I had a fracture. LOL. Yeah, it's easy to forget. I mean, it's your hand and it's second nature. You want to use it. It's so versatile. It's what separates us from the animals. Callum says, somehow on PlayStation controllers, you can put the trigger buttons back in if they come out. I've never had that problem. Sometimes if I drop it, the case will kind of open and I have to reclose it. This is my bad controller, but it's my favorite controller. I really like the action on this. It's very springy. But the R1 is starting to go. Callum says, it's my left hand, which is my writing hand. That's the hand the Romans called the sinister hand. Christian says, anyways, how was your Sunday, Super Antonio? Friend, and how's Sadie? Sadie is very tired. She saw many of her friends on her evening walk. It looked like there was a dog every 20 feet that knew her, that knew us. So we had to stop and talk and let them play a bit and catch up. So she had, made the walk a little extra long, but she always gets tired when she's that social. Callum says, Sadie just be snoozing. Yeah, she's sleeping on the job. But it occurs to me that it's proven scientifically or medically that petting a dog lowers blood pressure and releases endorphins. So even though you cannot pet her, I think just the fact that you see her is helpful for you in the chat. Just because she's a channel dog, and I want her to lower your blood pressure as well, basically. Callum says, proper chilled out had a cheeky smoke as well. Okay, that should help your hand, Callum. What was for dinner? What did everyone have for dinner? I had a shrimp stir fry, a miso shrimp stir fry. I don't know if you like miso soup. It's an acquired taste. It's very salty, but there's such a thing called miso paste, which is just basically miso flavoring, and so you just squirt that in there with your stir fry. So just a bunch of veggies and shrimp, and a little bit of rice and a little bit of egg. Sharpie's here. Sharp Frost says, hi folks, greetings Sharp. Sharpie. On Sundays we Sharpie. Happy Sunday. Just kind of hanging out, talking about dogs and food. I was at Donner Falls, filming nature videos. And also I was hanging out in The Witcher 3, slowly progressing story mode and knocking out question marks. We are almost at level 11. I could have gotten to level 11 tonight. But, and I could if I kept going after the stream, but I like to end my nights, my working days with the streams. So we'll probably just hang out and watch TV, watch our shows after this. Callum says 3 to 6 weeks left till the bone's back in place. I don't think I even had dinner. Wasn't hungry. You need to eat, Callum. Being sick burns calories. And those bone fractures ain't going to heal themselves. Well, technically they will, but you need some nutrition in there. You need some protein. And some calcium wouldn't hurt. Drink a glass of milk. Eight viewers in the chat. Welcome, friends. Happy Sunday. Appreciate you being here. Christian says, so now we have these games you play, Witcher 3 and Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. Technically just Red Dead 2. We will have a Undead Nightmare playthrough in October. But that's about, I would assume, less than 8 hours of gameplay. Christian says, Super Antonio, do we have any mods besides me, a junior mod? I think you are in charge of the chat right now, Christian. Callum says, need me some mashed potatoes right now. And Callum says, me. Yes, you and Callum are in charge. Unless O-Dog is lurking. I think Callum just nominated himself as a junior mod. But I'm pretty sure Callum is over 18. And Callum says, "Nah, I'm joking, not yet." And you know, O-Dog might be here lurking. You never know. You can never tell with O-Dog. He is a man of mystery. What's that about? Metro is here. Metro says, "I'm here, boys. Greetings, Metro. Happy Sunday. How are you, friend? Great to see you again. Once again. Appreciate you. How are things? How's your Sunday? What's for dinner? How's your week looking?" Kristen says, "O-Dog will probably put a Arthur emoji and say he's just lurking." Yes, that you know O-Dog well. Kristen says, "Hello, Meek Metro. Glad you made it. And happy Sunday, friend." Calum says, "Close to finishing my chapter 6, but I can hardly play with this hand now. But yeah, I wouldn't mind being a mod if it's open for discussion." Well, Callum, let's get back on that. I'll get back to you on that. I don't think we are technically accepting mod applications right now, but you are over 18, correct, Callum, old friend? We're thinking about it. We'll put your application on file. And as always, I appreciate you being here and participating in the chat and being a valued member of this community. Ten viewers here. I'm glad we got into the double digits. The Sunday chats, regrettably, are the least popular in terms of playthrough and replays. But that's okay. Again, I enjoy doing them. Callum says, "I'm 17 currently, but 18 in November, so I am." Okay, Callum, if you're still around in November, we'll be happy to have you. And Callum says, "Soon I'll be legally able to drink." Yes, indeed. In Ireland and the UK, you can drink at 18. In America, you can be drafted at 18. You can go to war at 18. You can buy a firearm at 18. You can vote at 18. You can buy porno at 18. But you can't drink until you're 21. What's that about? I think, I believe it's an outdated law because America's founded by Puritans. But, that's just the way it's always been. Callum says, "You know me, I'll be here come November 27th. So will we, Callum. Let us know, and we will mod you up. We'll get you a wrench. It'll be a fine birthday present for you." Just don't go crazy with the band hammer. Something to look forward to. Okay, what else? Yeah, kind of met a girl. Well, didn't meet her. I mean, I said hello, and Sadie smiled and wagged her tail at her. But, it was interesting for me because I just don't really meet that many females in real life that I'm attracted to or interested in. Callum says, "I'll be doing some small betting when I turn 18. Yeah, that's another thing you can do in America is bet at 18. You can gamble at 18. I believe you can also buy cigarettes. I should check that out. Legal age to smoke. Oh, it's 21 to smoke. How about cannabis? I think cannabis is 18. No, it's 21. Callum says, what day is it on November 27th? I have no idea. I will look that up for you. Scrolling. November 27th is a Witcher Wednesday. On Wednesdays, we Witcher. Christian says, Super Antonio to be the next Sam Sulek. Same things, afraid of woman. I don't know who Sam Sulek is. He has 3.27 million subs. Wow. And he's a muscle guy. Wow. He looks like he's on the special medicine gum, but I cannot say. I'd have to watch some of his videos. Callum says, I'll pass as 21. No bother, boss. Callum says, a perfect day for a perfect game. I will be there on the 27th. Okay, Callum. Look forward to seeing you. We'll be here. We're not going anywhere. Yeah, I'm not afraid of women. I'm just technically not very interested in getting into a relationship. I'm afraid of relationships. Let's put it that way. Afraid of being hurt, afraid of hurting someone. I hate disappointing people. I'm not a good boyfriend. And, you know, I just think that some people are better off alone. I feel I'm better off alone. Callum says, gonna head here for 10 minutes or so just to finish my smoke and check the WoWie main event. No worries, Callum. Appreciate you, friend. I'm just gonna hang out for about an hour and see how all you guys are doing. Check in with you. But I appreciate you being here, Callum. And I will expect a WoWie update. As you know, I enjoy reading acronyms as if they are words. Lamau, LO, of course. WoWie. One of my favorite ones is Tulu2, which is The Last of Us Part 2. But it occurred to me that if you write out RDR2, I will automatically say it. I'll say Red Dead Redemption 2 because I've said it so many times. But I thought today that instead of saying Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm going to start saying Red Doctor 2 because it's funny to me. It's amusing to me. And if you cannot amuse yourself, then, you know, what's the use? Miko says, I hear you, friend. Strike 3, I'm out. I'm done. Yeah, Miko, that's how I feel, personally. You know, I'm happy to admire and appreciate, and I won't pass up free gold if any gold is dropped in my lap, but I'm not going to actively pursue it. Metro says, my day's been good. Had a cheeseburger for dinner. That sounds delicious, Metro. I can't remember the last time I've had a cheeseburger. Actually, I can. It was over the holidays at the Cheesecake Factory. But I sure would like one. I'd eat one right now. Callum says, you're a gentleman. You have a good chance with any lady, Antonio. And back now, bringing you along for the smoke. Yeah, I've been lucky in love and unlucky at cards. But it's just not something that I felt I need in my life right now. Top Hat Play says, hello, greetings, friend. And Callum says, yo, Top Hat. Rather have a cheeseburger, personally. Metro says, haven't had one in 2 years, maybe. Well, it depends, Metro. Are you thriving? Are you enjoying life? Are you enjoying... have you built a relationship with yourself? Or are you lonely? Are you actively searching? I personally don't feel lonely. I'm not searching. It's like I can remember, just everyone I met. It's like, do I have a feeling? Do I have an attraction? Are you the one? Are you? Am I going to hang out with you and meet your best friend? And is she the one? Or like your sister? It's like, is it going to fractal out? I remember that next, like the swiping of, swiping right. And I don't miss that feeling at all. That's why it was so, like, I guess the word is refreshing to actually meet someone that I was attracted to, even for a moment. Kristen says, Super Antonio, if I'm being honest, you wouldn't even be bad as dating a woman. You love your dog, so you probably would also treat your woman good as well, to be honest. You would think, Christian. And you would be wrong. I'm very selfish. Callum says, very warm. Metro says, I was talking about cheeseburgers. Okay, Metro, forgive me. Nico says, alone but not lonely, I say. And Miko says, hey, Metro, Top Hat. Yeah, my problem was never meeting women. My problem was meeting too many women and having too many opportunities, and not being able to even understand the concept of monogamy. I mean, I wanted to. And, my parents were married for like 50 years. So I can't blame the way I was raised. But, it's just a flaw in my character. And one I'm not proud of. But, it's like, given the opportunity, like I said earlier, if free gold comes my way, I'm not going to refuse it. At least I wouldn't in my youth when I was the one-shot kid. But now I'm happier. And, yeah, technically I have refused free gold. I have. I'm thinking about one of Sadie's friends. Her mom was like was making overtures, and I was like, no, thank you. But I was like, she was on the bubble whether I was attracted to her or not. I was like, no thanks. I'm happier. I'm happier with a dog, just hanging out, making videos, living my life on my own terms. Christian says, I think you would be selfish on eating your food and not sharing, but only with Sadie. You would share with her, but not your woman. Well, Callum says, massive spider outside my window. Well, Callum, just imagine if you were in Australia and that spider would be the size of your window. And you would have to fight it off with a stick, like Serena has to do literally every day when she wakes up in the morning. Metro says, yes, Miko. Cheeseburgers and girlfriends. I put a picture of Karen up on the Instagram because we're going to put a picture of Karen in the thumbnail for Saturday's horse show, which will be on the Few Spotted Appaloosa. And the caption was, oh, hi, Karen. Callum says, I'd buy a sword if I lived in Australia. Yeah, you would need one. I think Serena has at least two, like The Witcher. Because pretty much everything is trying to kill you in Australia. You got sharks, you got scorpions, you got spiders, you got snakes, you got crocodiles. Even the kangaroos are dangerous. I'm making this up as I go along, just so you know. Callum, I have a sword. I have a katana. Let's do a show and tell. Metro asks, "What's your favorite horror movie, Super Antonio?" Yeah, I don't know if I can show a sword on the channel. I don't know if I can show one live. I don't want to be brandishing a weapon, so you'll just have to trust me that I have a katana. Metro asks, "Favorite horror movie?" Let me think. I like the Paranormal Activity franchise. I have those on Blu-ray. And Resident Evil zombie movies don't really count. That's kind of action horror. Let me think. I do love the horror genre. I watched Pet Sematary Bloodlines, which is the modern Pet Sematary. Hated it and made me want to see the original Pet Sematary from the 80s. I can't think of a specific one right now, Metro. But I do like Paranormal Activity. Like, I have all of them on Blu-ray. They're just fun to watch. I like how clever they are with, especially the earlier ones where they had like $0. Kristen says, "Yeah, Super Antonio, I thought Sadie lived in Australia. Serena lived in Australia. Many spiders and snakes going anywhere. Wouldn't be surprised if she had to deal with a snake in the toilet. It's quite common." Callum says, "Finished the smoke." Callum says, "Show the sword in a YouTube short. Make the title Katana Show and Tell." It's in the background of some of my videos. I like the home videos. And I believe it's up on the Instagram if you scroll through. That's a nice one. I don't really wave it around because, it's like I worry about the dog. I don't want her chasing the tip. Actually, I know how we can do it. Here it is. I just won't unsheath it. There. And we'll keep that here for you. Sadie is interested because I brought out the stick. Come on back up. Metro says, "Friday the 13th, Evil Dead." Yes, Evil Dead. I love Evil Dead. Ash. Callum says, "Texas Chainsaw slept on." Callum says, "That's awesome." Are those legal in Ireland land? Let's see. Swords legal in the UK. Legal in UK. It is legal to own a sword in the UK as long as it is kept for decorative or martial arts purposes and not carried in public. Yeah, I mean, you got plenty of swords. You're from the sword country. Yeah, this sword is decorative. It's not. Count says, "Yes, I think so." Yeah, they are. I just looked it up for you. You can buy swords on Amazon, at least in America you can. Christian says, yeah, also, do you have Serena added or do y'all talk up off stream? I'm wondering. I talk to her on PS4 sometimes. I haven't lately, and I haven't checked my account. She usually leaves messages, and then that's almost the only reason why I go online on the on the PlayStation, is to check messages and to accept friend requests. And sometimes Serena has something to say, but we don't really talk off stream. Count says, yeah, I think so. Metro says, yeah, Evil Dead is great. Army of Darkness is good. This is my boomstick. And Callum says, might buy one myself. Yes, Callum. Swords are cool. Highly recommend it. They look great in the wall. Either get a katana or get something traditional and Irish or, European. Embrace your heritage. The classics, of course, the Universal monsters, The Shape of Water. Guillermo del Toro is one of my favorite directors, and Shape of the Water is kind of like his retelling of The Creature of the Black Lagoon, and it's not really a horror movie. It's just a romance. But that's a good one. I love makeup. I love analog makeup, but I can't think of like a specific horror movie that I would call my favorite. Calum says, so chilled out, need my bed. And Metro says, boomstick. Yeah. They did a TV series of Evil Dead, Ash vs. Evil Dead. And I remember watching it, but I think it's on Netflix. When I had Netflix. As I recall, that was pretty good. Bruce Campbell. He's an American icon. He's very funny. Top 10 horror movies. Okay, according to Google, the top 10 horror movies, these are all modern. And I've never heard of them. Talk to Me, Imaginary, Night Swim, Smile, saw that one, that was good. Okay, The Shining, I love The Shining. Oh, Stanley Kubrick. The Conjuring, meh. The Omen, yes, the 1970s one. Get Out, meh. Pearl, I saw it and I thought it was okay. I mean, I like that actress, but it wasn't a big deal. Hereditary, yes. Alien, another favorite. Nightmare on Elm Street, Metro. If I have pick a favorite one, I would pick either Nightmare on Elm Street or the first Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween. The modern It, I prefer the TV version, the miniseries from the 80s with Tim Curry. Babadook. That was good. Silence of the Lambs is considered a horror movie. Doctor Sleep, I like that one. That was a very good Stephen King adaptation. The Ring, prefer the Japanese version, Ringu. Tremors is funny. Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho is considered a horror movie, but I just consider it a really cool movie by Alfred. That's another favorite movie. Wouldn't consider it a horror movie. And Carrie, Brian De Palma's Carrie. Yeah, okay. Where are we? Calum says, gonna head to bed here. Hopefully the stream picks up while I'm snoozing. Have a good rest of the day, Antonio. Talk Wednesday. Okay, Calum, I appreciate you. I'll see you on Wednesday. You have a great week. Kristen says, Metro, and this is my boomstick. Was he waving a shotgun or a rifle in the air? I believe it was a rifle, a repeater. Metro says shotgun. Ash boomstick. I think it's a repeater because he does that action with it. Let's look at the images. Yep. Ash boomstick gun. There's a song. What gun is Ash's? It's a 12 gauge Stoger coach gun. You are correct, Metro. It is a shotgun. He identifies it as a Remington, but it is not. So we are both correct. Because I remember that Remington. Ash displays his gun to a group of, quote, primitive screwheads in his famous "This Is My Boomstick" scene. Christian says, good night, Callum. Get some sleep. Good sleep, my friend. And Callum says, have a good night. Also, Christian, don't stay up too late, lad. I won't keep him up late. We only got about 10 more minutes. Christian says, I won't have to get up bright and early for school, friend. And Metro says, oh yes, the original Halloween is such a classic. But the second movie has the better outfit for Michael, in my opinion. Interesting, Metro. I like the first one because it's a classic. It's a perfect movie. It's very tight. It's very controlled and edited. The soundtrack is just tip top. The fact that there's no explanation for Michael other than he's pure evil and the actual boogeyman. That final scene, spoiling like a 40 or 50-year-old movie where he's pumped full of bullets, and then you look and he falls out the balcony, and you look on the suburban lawn, and he's gone, and the music starts again. It's a perfect movie. And a pretty good franchise. But I would say I like Nightmare on Elm Street. I like that franchise. Friday the 13th, of course. But I think Freddy Krueger. If I had to pick one of those guys. Metro says it's basic and sweet. Yes, it's basic and perfect. I like perfect movies that are, that just that tell a small, tight story, but tell it succinctly and perfectly. And, I saw Rob Zombie's Halloween. I mean, Rob Zombie is like, he's all over the place as a director. I mean, I enjoy his movies because he is a horror fan, a horror fanatic, and I really like his music. But, and he throws everything into his movies. But, I don't think I own any of them Blu-ray, and I don't think any of them are worth a second or a third watch. I think he's better making videos than he is as a director. But I'm happy for him. Guillermo del Toro made a ghost story called Crimson Peak, I believe. Yes, Crimson Peak from 2015, and that's a very, very atmospheric and very gothic horror story. So I like that movie. I like Guillermo del Toro. Miko says, I was wearing my Redoctor 2 shirt during the family event. My niece said she liked it. Just finished her first playthrough of the game. I was pleasantly surprised. Last person I expected to play it. Wow, that's great news, Miko. Give her some tips. Ask her what she thought of it. And Cruz says, what's up, everyone? What's up, Super Antonio? Greetings, Cruz. Happy Sunday. Metro says, the Friday the 13th series is okay. There's some good and bad movies. Yeah, it kept on going. And then they did a reboot. Kristen says, also, Super Antonio, what time is it for you? Because Serena, when it's 2 a.m. for me, is just about 12 p.m. for her to go to sleep. Also, I don't think I've talked with Serena today, but I won't bother her because she is sick. Yeah, she's feeling poorly. Poor thing. Yeah, we only have about 7 more minutes left of this. I like going for about an hour, just checking in with you guys. Christian says, hello, Cruz. Happy Sunday, friend. Glad you have joined us. Hope you are well. Yeah, Cruz. How are you doing? What's for dinner? Cruz says, hi, Christian. Yeah, I tried to watch, it's like I'm so disappointed in modern movies. I tried to watch the new Matrix, or the one that, like, now they're going to make like a Matrix 5, but Matrix 4 has been released um, on Amazon Prime for free. So I watched like the first 3 minutes and I was like, I don't want this. If I watch this movie, it's going to ruin the original franchise for me. So I turned it off. Metro says, all right, I'm going to bed, y'all. See y'all. Okay, Metro. Thanks for being here, friend. Christian says also, hello, Cruz. Cruz says, and Super Antonio, have you seen the movie Beautiful, directed by Del Toro? Another horror film, really good. I don't know that movie, Cruz. Oh, it's from 2010 with Javier Bardem. Oh, that looks interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that one. I'll make a note of it. Make a note of that, Morgan. Cruz said, I had a Mexican soup today for dinner called pozole with blueberries and a PB&J for dessert, and 2 cups of green tea with honey. That sounds delicious. I don't think I've ever had that Mexican soup called pozole. And Cruz says, needed all the food after sprints today. I'm glad you worked out. I did a little workout. I mean, upper body. I didn't do any cardio. I should have, but I had a bunch of walks with the dog. That kind of counts. It's better than nothing. I'm having 1 cup of green tea with no honey. I would have honey if I had any available. I like honey on buttered crispy toast. That's one of my favorite flavor profiles. The crunch and the richness of the butter and that just sharp sweetness of the honey. That's a good combo. Cruz says it's a physiological thriller. The main actor can see the supernatural, and he is a struggling family man crying. And Arthur is here. Arthur, greetings, Arthur. Happy Sunday. Cruz says, yeah, any workout is better than no workout. Yes, I believe you are correct there, sir. I just did push-ups and chin-ups and pull-ups. Christian says, I'm pretty sure Sadie is missing Serena a lot, like all of us are missing her. She's a good mod, but can't forget the other mods, but she's always so warm-hearted and very kind. I'm not wrong, Super Antonio. You are not wrong at all, Christian. She is the heart of this channel. The Australian heart beating upside down. Cruz says, are you not worried about the caffeine this late at night? Green tea's not gonna... I have such a high tolerance, Cruz. You have no idea how much coffee I drink during the day. If anything, a green tea will calm me down. Cruz says, or toast with butter and jam in the morning. Yeah, I do like I like strawberry jam, personally. I think I prefer butter toast with honey. I don't really have cravings for jam, but I do like strawberry jam. I have some fresh strawberries, or rather some frozen strawberries in the fridge right now, in the freezer. But that's mostly for the dog. I'll put that in her I'll put that in her breakfast. Frozen strawberries, frozen blueberries. Give her something a little sweet to crunch on. Christian says, very true, Super Antonio. She's the heart of the channel. No wonder she is called Star Hearts. Yes, you're right. She's the heart of the chat and also the heart of all of us. Okay, you tell her that. You will make her blush. Christian, you are a young man of feeling. Cruz says, fair enough, to each their own. I'm glad I caught the end of the stream. I'm glad you were here as well, Cruz. We're just kind of hanging out. We hang out for about an hour on Sundays. It's never a popular stream, but I like hanging out with you guys and talking to you. And as always, I just do what I like on this channel. I make the videos I want to make. And I watch, I play the video games I want to play. At any rate, that's about all I have for you guys tonight. Appreciate all of you being here. Cruz says, also congrats to South Carolina for an undefeated season this year and a national championship in women's NCAA basketball. Shout out to South Carolina. Well done, Cruz. 5 viewers in the chat. Thank you, friends. I hope all of you have a great week. Shout out to Arthur and Christian and Cruz and Metro and Miko. Appreciate all of you, friends. We shall return tomorrow with Marston Mondays. On Mondays, we Marston. And then again on Wednesdays with Witcher Wednesdays. Everyone, enjoy your week.